it was one of Illumination's better titles. Also one of their best looking.
Probably because it had like Nintendo Japanese snipers like keeping a gun to the heads of like Illumination people, so they could get this movie right.
He's like, Chris-san, if you mess this up, I'll pull this trigger, and you will never be able to make any more Minion films ever. Just run away with the time.
Okay, anyway. How's it going, viewers? Okay, let's do the intro properly. How's it How's it going, viewers? This is yours truly, Casual Nitro Cow. I'm renaming myself. This is my other reviewer, Chantel, my sister.
Yeah.
And we're also here with Noah, yet again.
Yes, hello guys.
So we got the trio back together because we're going to be reviewing the Super Duper Mario Bros. Movie. And Chantel, stop shaking the microphone. What is wrong with you?
It's a chair.
Sounds like ASMR on my end.
No.
But yeah, we are reviewing the Super Mario Bros. Movie that released almost a week ago now. But by the time this video is released, it'll probably have been like a month or something.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You know how long it's been since we've done a review? It's been about 1 year. And the last time we did one was with the Sonic movie, which is kind of funny. So, the Sonic movie too.
Like,
Noah went into like 4D. So, like, how's that for you, Noah?
Yeah, it was my first time viewing a film in 3D, so... sorry, 4D. My brother, he was like, hey, you wanna go watch the Mario movie? I'm like, oh yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Like, oh, there's one thing, we're gonna be seeing it in 4D, and like, originally the thought put me off, was like, oh, the experience itself, it was pretty special, like, it's pretty amazing. You gotta at least try it, like, once for one movie.
It was definitely a movie.
Definitely a movie.
It was definitely a movie, also that's what the critics say. As I'm sorry, I'm not gonna
the Mario Bros. Movie isn't a real movie because it doesn't have a story like every movie
at all. It's so focused on being a video game that it forgets to be an actual movie.
Like, whose idea was it to make Mario the hit video game series into a movie? It's a dumb idea.
It's a dumb idea.
I am looking at this at 56% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Illumination has never failed me as a tomato critic, but this movie was the first time they ever sinned against God. You can't have the princess need help getting kidnapped. I mean, I know it's a storytelling element that's been in the game for years now, but why do I sound like Jack Horner?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What was your experience going in?
I went with...
You saw it in a regular cinema.
Yeah. It's funny how you guessed that. My dad dropped me off at the cinemas to go see it with my cousins, and it was a great movie. Not many people in the cinema because...
Surprising.
Yeah, I know. I think it's because we like went in earlier.
Yeah, everyone was on holidays.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chantal, say your thing.
Yeah, we don't have a a special story to tell like we did with No Way Home.
Yeah.
I'm
that was a
gonna
weird.
say something funny. Okay. Sadly, I didn't have the privilege of getting to smell Mario like Noah did because I was sick. But
She was sick while seeing it, basically.
and my cousin kept asking me for muffins.
Like, this movie was kind of short. Some people complain about that. It could have been 10 minutes longer, but I do feel a bit of grace in that area because it's better to have a short movie than a movie that goes for like 3 hours long, you know? Like, I watched Avatar: The Way of Water. Like, my friends like had me like watch it with them. And, you know, ironically enough, it was called The Way of Water, and I had to pee during the whole movie. Yeah, so what did you think about Illumination directing this?
I mean,
30 seconds.
it had been rumored for quite some time, but when I, heard that it was official, it's just like, I hope they don't, muck this one up. They delivered. It wasn't bad. I would say it was one of Illumination better titles. Also one of their best looking.
Probably because it had like Nintendo Japanese snipers like keeping a gun to the heads of like Illumination people, so they could get this movie right.
He's like, Chris-san, if you mess this up, I'll pull this trigger, and you will never be able to make any more films ever.
Bro, that went dark. This is a lot better than like the old Mario movie.
Oh heck no! I mean, heck yeah.
Heck. Where's the princess? Biscuit head?
If you're watching it with the mindset that it's going to be a really terrible film, you're probably going to have a really fun time. It's a really fun thing to watch with friends, which is what I did. It was a fun time, I'll give it that.
So the casting of Chris Pratt as Mario, a lot of people were like kind of skeptical about it. He was the first image they laughed at when they saw the casting for the movie. So, and Chris Pratt in interviews, he kind of like addresses skepticism as like, oh, I really, really get it. Like, this is like the soundtrack to your youth, and I get that you don't want anyone to ruin that for you. So after the movie's released, we'll talk about it. And you know what? I actually really, really, really like his take on the Mario voice, to be honest. It was actually like fine-tuned. It was everything they said it would be, like there was a lot of build-up to it. But like ever since that trailer came out, people were like, oh, it's just Chris Pratt doing his normal voice. It's not his real voice. So he had to like quickly dub over it. And that's the end of my segment. Chantel, you're next.
Yeah, I like the movie. It was pretty good. It's like Chris Pratt. I didn't understand the Chris Pratt Mario hate. I always thought that maybe, if he put on a subtle Brooklyn accent, it would be good. But, nobody saw that. Only I did. Only me. But, yeah, I like Chris Pratt.
My original reaction to this character choice. That was my original reaction. He doesn't do a bad job. I think a lot of people would just biased. Oh, he's not going to sound like the original Mario. But it's kind of going to sound obnoxious hearing, I guess, Mario saying Yahoo every 3 seconds. It's
because they made him like a hothead sort of a character. Because he's kind of very stand-up-ish and very protective. He's also quite headstrong, and he's like, all right, big monkey, let me show you what I've got. So, there's a very clear personality for Luigi in the games, but with Mario, not so much. And I think this movie did a really good job at giving him what Luigi had, which was more of a character to him.
At the time, it's kind of seemed like he does not care about Luigi.
Sure.
This movie kind of removes that. He does care about Luigi.
He does care.
I wish they got more time together as a duo, but
Okay, 40 seconds for me. I'm going to be talking about Luigi now. So Luigi, Charlie Day, great match. I wish he could have been a bit more prominent or a little bit more active in some way. Despite how the games usually play out, it's a very, very smart decision to have him be the person who needs to be saved while Peach comes along with Mario, because we already know Luigi. And because we know and love Luigi, and Mario has history with him, he'd be motivated to save Luigi. But he doesn't really know Peach that much to this point. Having Peach come along with Mario, it kind of develops their relationship together. It just makes narratively more sense, despite it not really following the games that much.
First of all, I love Luigi. I play as him in Super Mario Wii.
She has a special connection to Luigi because she
anyway,
plays
shut
Luigi.
up. It wasn't enough Luigi time in the movie.
So basically,
yeah,
70% of the movie was a Luigi moment.
This is Luigi time.
It does kind of feel a bit weird that she's more of an active character. To just resort her to a damsel in distress, it's kind of one note and flat and sort of a bit too archetypal. So no, to add that different layer of competency to a character, I guess that makes it more interesting. Although I'd like to see more of her, how do you put it, lady likeness qualities. Kind of a softer, sort of more compassionate side. I would like to see a bit more.
I think it made sense to put her up to the role as saving Luigi with Mario, because it's kind of weird. Why would they be saving someone they don't know, with Peach? So I think I liked her character. And okay, this is not enough time. I liked her character.
Okay, Noah, you got 30 seconds. We're gonna have to work as a team if we want to say everything about each character. So 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. Peach.
All right.
Cheers,
yes,
Peaches.
Works well. I was concerned that she was gonna go full not ladylike at all, I guess.
You
But
know,
like, I still saw some characteristics in there. Like, she wasn't all that.
like when
Yeah.
it comes to like changing characters, like it always must be in the service of the story and in the service of like where you're adapting from. Now with Peach, there's a bit more leeway to make her more confident and more kind of like an action character, sort of. But what's good is that she didn't really take attention away from Mario, and Mario is still shown as
Yeah.
like capable himself because it is his movie, you know. So, Bowser, what did you think about him? Casting, character,
Honestly,
moments.
I legit just pictured, Jack Black as, Bowser, and it just worked surprisingly well in my head. I don't know what it was. He does a really good job with the voice. He is pretty faithful to, the games.
Thankfully,
Although, I wish we saw him more, I guess, menacing like he was in the beginning. Like, he is menacing throughout the entire movie, but it kind of just becomes more lovey-dovey type towards, like, the middle. And I just wish we could have seen him more like how he was in the first section of the movie.
this is musical number 2, which was amazing, but it sounds like he's cussing, and it's like you'll know what I mean because like he sings a song about peaches. But then he like goes so hard that like the P turns into like a B. And then, so you know how like sometimes like we mention something and then when it passes around to the next person they're gonna say something else, but then they say the same thing as the previous person.
Yeah.
Here's the trick: can you say something new and original that the other person hasn't said? That's
Okay.
okay.
We'll try.
Okay, I'll try. Casting was amazing. Kind of reminds me of Jim Carrey as Eggman. Like two very overly cartoony actors. Kind of like hamming at it with
I
the
like how his pure like motivation to hate Mario was just motivated out of jealousy for him. Like,
oh yeah,
I really liked how I know that I'm handsome, but this Mario, what does he look like? So
does he look like?
he was scared that Princess Peach liked Italian men,
she like this guy?
but only if she has good taste. Am I right?
He's so insecure. They keep that quality to him. Donkey Kong. We're going to get on it. Okay, Noah, go on. About the Kong. The Donkey Kong.
Seth Rogen for Donkey Kong. I don't know. It just works. It's funny. It's a joke. It's a funny joke. It's actually a funny joke. He doesn't hate Mario, but like it's more like he thinks he's better, I guess.
First of all, let's talk about his introduction. I liked it. It was a good introduction. I liked him. It was good. Very good.
Anything
Very good man.
new? Different?
Okay, so I like how he was moving his chest around. I don't know how you can do that.
It's
but
oddly
that's cool.
specific.
Mario said, "Oh, my dad doesn't like me." And I was like, "Haha, he's a wise man." I like that also. It's funny.
Okay, here's a new rule. So we each got 1 minute, but try to aim for like getting it done early. So it's like you can actually say, "Okay, I'm done early." They made Donkey Kong, but then they made him look a bit like Seth Rogen. That's what I was like thinking in my head. Donkey Kong Kingdom, that was really good. I really like how they kind of expanded the lore. Cranky Kong, I just kind of found the voice acting a bit meh from Cranky Kong.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong was pretty funny. I like the connection and rivalry he has with Mario. I like his arrogance as well, and yeah, pretty good character. Yeah.
Well, he's not supposed to be like the classic old man like, "Oh, you want a whippersnapper?" I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's
No, I've got humor in action. So
action. Definitely one of the best animated like action films I've seen.
I think like Mario was a little bit overpowered in some aspects, like when he gets a power up. Yeah. It was really creative. And
well, I mean, it's lighthearted, but it's not like overly kiddie or anything like that. No.
Yeah.
Suitable for the characters as well. So, the action was really good. Very colorful as well. They utilize a lot from the Mario universe in those fight scenes. Theme like with the lesson learned and plot, as in like the journey, with little adventure they went on.
It's a kids' film. I mean, that's all I have to say really about the theme. It's not going to have a really deep, involved like plot with the characters and everything. We're lucky we got what we got. I guess I don't know. The moral,
Don't be a dragon in a mushroom kingdom.
if you're getting punched, suck them in.
Kirby could do that.
Be Kirby. No,
Be
all
Kirby.
I mean is just, if you're getting hit, you'll try to bounce back up and.
Yeah.
There is a little
It's
bit of
Mario.
something you can learn though, like through Mario's attitude as like a role model, kind of. Donkey Kong Kingdom, that's like a new thing now. Yeah, so apparently now Donkey Kong is like a prince of a kingdom. So they kind of change things around, but I kind of like it because it's more cinematic, and like
Yeah.
everything is just more cinematic. The Mushroom Kingdom, Donkey Kong Land, Bowser's Floating Island now, Penguin Kingdom.
As you'd expect.
It's
from
all
a-
just kind of like given a gravitas
Big
in this movie because like that's what a movie demands of like a property, that like it gets like raised to a level where it's like it's just incredible to look at, and this movie does very 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 well in that regard.
I kind of like how they didn't linger too long in the original like just the universe that they're usually in, like the I guess Earth. It's kind of good because they're only there for like
2 seconds.
not even 10 minutes, like 5 minutes at most. I like, how they had the commercial at the beginning. It was really cool. Like I saw some fans, predict that they're gonna have like the commercial play after Bowser found the star, which I thought that was pretty
There's
cool.
lots.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I'll go a bit over time here, but there was a part where when Mario and like Luigi they go into the pipe and stuff. So I was in 4D, right? So they actually sprayed like water onto you like, in those scenes.
The 40 cinemas
Like that
spray
spray
water on
water.
you.
You know what I was imagining?
Yes, they
like,
do.
right then? I was imagining like an employee like spraying you with like a bottle.
An employee spraying you with a bottle, Chantel said.
It's basically what it feels like. It feels like someone getting a spray bottle and just slightly squirting that at you. There's also a bit of times where it feels like it's raining, like slightly drizzling inside the cinema, which kind of adds to it too. And they add a lot of wind as well.
Ah,
It really
sick.
makes you feel immersed. Anyway, I'm going way over time and off
Yeah,
topic.
yeah.
But
I got it. Okay, so basically, Peach takes Mario to a little testing zone to practice his skills,
Yeah.
and then Peach got it straight away because she got it first time apparently, which is very unrealistic for anyone. it doesn't matter if you've been like
Yeah.
raised by toads. It's very unrealistic.
how
But
do the toads do it? Like, you're
Oh, yeah,
seeing
training
how Peach
sequence.
Got it right.
how Peach got it right. Yeah. So anyway, that was cool. Then Mario went in and he actually did pretty well. It took like a whole day for him to get it right, but he was like hitting like a really, really, really good streak, and it was like a really fun scene to see, especially with like
Yeah.
I Need a Hero playing in the background. Perfect fit.
Yeah.
The climax was good. I like the climax. Everything about this movie is pretty good.
Okay, visuals and music. Noah, 3, 2, 1, go.
But like they're all taken from a few different Mario games, which is really cool. They look really great. Like I guess after maybe Despicable Me, they started to pick up in quality of the animation. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think it was a bad decision to get Illumination to help with this film, and
Time's up.
Time's up.
Like they have the original game music, but like they changed it.
Yeah.
That sounded really good. I liked that. It's probably like one of the best things about the movie, actually. I mean, there were a lot of like 80s songs, and it was kind of awkward, but like I still like those songs. I mean, they fit well for like what was happening in the scene, but they're awkwardly placed, Oh yeah, visuals. Everything was really colorful, and I really liked the character design, so it looked really good.
Yeah. I also oh man, we forgot to like mention like the whole like, Peach, Mario, and Bowser sort of like a. Oh yeah, I like how like in one point in the movie like Mario was just like having a nice conversation with her, and then Donkey Kong was like, "Hey Mario, is that how you pick up a date?
It said flirt.
Is that how you flirt?" And then Mario was like, "No, I'm just trying to be nice. Like, guys, come
Yeah,
on."
right, Mario. Like,
Yeah.
But thankfully, they look like themselves mostly.
The movie.
The 80s music, it's fine. Blue Sky, I think, fits well enough. I can't complain about Blue Sky, but like sometimes it's a little bit out of place. Okay, we're at the end of the review now. Can you believe it? Oh yeah, references. That's a different thing. I'm just gonna add that in.
Oh, this is essentially just Mario Easter egg the movie. Check. I mean, it has got a ton of references and Easter eggs to so many of the games, and it's amazing how many I could point out. There are a lot to pick up on it. Yeah, even the music references, which we touched on. But like, there's even subtle ones. Like,
I kind of forgot to like add in like the world design. Well, the worlds are like pretty much brought to life. They're more grandiose. Mushroom Kingdom looks really cool, amazing. Cinematicified, if that's a word.
yeah,
Same with Donkey Kong. Rainbow Road looks great. Bowser's Kingdom, just a floating giant lava island, just great.
yeah.
Brooklyn looks really cool as well. The start of the movie was really, really good. Love that part. You know, just where you get to see even like Mario's family, which is like something I didn't think I'd see in a while.
Something we only see in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Only available.
Remember their third brother, Petro?
Yeah.
The real one.
Definitely not canon, but like, it's funny.
We're at the end of the review. We're gonna do a summary now. So overall, Noel, what did you think about the Mario movie?
I didn't think it was a perfect movie by any means, but definitely really a good and enjoyable time, especially for a Mario fan like me. A lot more than I'd say with Sonic. Wait later to do that.
The ratings is like a separate thing, kind of.
Alright, we'll do that as a separate thing.
Yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable movie. I like how like there wasn't any deep message that we had to unpack here. Not everything needs to be complicated. It was kind of like a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh air.
The pacing,
Too quick?
it's not. It kind of. I like how it's quick. It makes sure you're not bored. I'll give it that. But in other ways, I feel like it is a little too quick for my liking.
But,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes just kind of like staying still between all the big events that happen, just for the sake of likes and kind of like making it feel more like a long journey. You know, that's ultimately what you want to feel like when you're in a movie, like you're on a journey, right? And length kind of helps to that. And I love the movie. I was a bit concerned when I heard critics not liking it. But once I saw it for myself, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good movie.
They're definitely seeing it more as like a movie, which it is a movie, yes, but like it's a Mario movie. Like
Yeah.
it's meant for kids as well. Like it's not gonna be fully structured as like, you know, a regular movie. But you know.
Okay, final review. So we're gonna get to it. So, really solid movie. Loved it. Nintendo, please crank out more of this stuff. And whoever you team up with on any of your movies, just know that like the criticism coming towards you, it doesn't mean the movie's bad. It did really, really well. Keep those Japanese snipers in America so you can make sure that they don't ruin the franchise. I'm going to give this movie a little bit higher than the Sonic 2 movie, an 8.7 out of 10. While the Sonic 2 movie was good and it had like a lot of video game elements in it, but in this movie, it's just like Mario is everywhere. Like the setting, like Mario is infused into like the environment, every place you go. It's in the soundtrack.
7.9 or like 8.
Yeah.
Around that. Seeing it in 4D improved my experience a lot. I felt more immersed into the world, like, you know,
Yeah.
Mario and everything. But yeah, there are some flaws that I guess need work, but
It's a Mario movie. They did what they wanted to accomplish. So probably 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, that's pretty high. Chantal's got the highest rating out of all of us. Okay, it's 8.5 out of 10. That's the score. That's the group score. 8.5 out of 10. You should definitely go see it. It's worth your money, worth your time. And it's
yeah, and especially in 4D if you can. I mean,
kind of like look at an image of one of them.
it is funny because Mario and Nugget looks like he could.
I got a